The bright lights of Las Vegas have once again welcomed the curling world. It's the Continental Cup. They are two of the world's best skips. Bang, bang, through. Ooh-wee, two-wee, good. Kevin Cooey, Niklas Edin can do it all. Both are world champions. Both new teams loaded with talent. Tonight, the Orleans Arena hosts an old-fashioned Wild West shootout. Two of curling's deadliest gunslingers. Who will be left standing when the dust settles? Edin, Cooey, it's time to draw the Continental Cup. The Orleans Hotel and Arena, just west of the Strip. We're here for this year's Continental Cup. This afternoon it was mixed doubles again, and it featured Elena Petz in a mixed doubles match with Christopher Sundgren of Niklas Edin's team as they played Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang. And this was Sundgren with a draw to a spot that was pebble in size. But with a great brush, they were able to get every bit of that button they could, and they went on to the win over Jones and Lang to pick up the single point available. And it was 2-1 in favor of Team World in those mixed events, but coming into this team round tonight, it is Team North America leading by 1 in the race to 30.5. As on this Friday night, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to the Orleans. Here in Las Vegas, Cheryl Russ alongside. We all know that curling is still an amateur sport, but if there ever was, or you could label a team possibly professional, it would be Niklas Edin.
Oh, no kidding. 14 events since the start of the fall. That's unheard of. It's grueling. Switzerland, Scotland, Japan, now here in Vegas, not mentioning the 9 events in Canada. The reason for it, this great young hitting team, they've already had success, but they identified they've got to work on the soft shots. No better to do it on great ice against great teams in Canada.
So what are the keys for him tonight?
Well, anything against Cooey is to control those angles, because if you don't, he will. Because they're working on the draw weight a bit, leave some room for Niklas's last one to play those soft ones.
For Kevin Cooey, this is the second year of this new group, and they look much more comfortable.
They do. Last year they were just 4 great players. This year they're one great team, and I think the difference was all the work that they did on the off season. They talked about the 17 things that they were going to work on, and that was evidenced in their huge win at the Canada Cup for that first trial spot. So I think the biggest thing against Niklas' team is you need to shut down that forefoot. Niklas, if there's any weakness, it's with the draw, and when you don't have a hammer, force and get that hammer back.
The keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. There are some big shows on the Strip, but nothing bigger than this matchup tonight here in Las Vegas.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners, with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere, proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Expecting close to capacity on this Friday night here at the Orleans Arena for this key matchup in team play. Other games on the ice include the world champion Eve Muirhead from Scotland playing the reigning U.S. champion Erica Brown of the Madison, Wisconsin Curling Club. Thomas Olsrud, who is an Olympic silver medal winner in Vancouver, world champion as he goes against Pat Simmons and the reigning Canadian champions from the Glencoe Club in Calgary. Our featured game is on Sheet A, and it's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. They are 2-time world champions, skipped by Niklas Edin from Karlstad, Sweden, along with Christopher Sundgren, Christian Lindstrom, and Oscar Eriksson. And Kevin Cooey, a two-time Canadian champion, won a Worlds back in 2010 out of the Glencoe, along with Ben Hebert, Brent Lang, and Mark Kennedy. Team World has won the draw to the button. In fact, all 3 games. The draw to the button was won by the World team. And so they will throw the red stones as Kevin Cooey makes his way out. And to get us underway, the Cooey lead is Ben Hebert. We play 8 ends. Each game is worth 1 point in the race to that 30.5. There are no extra ends. If it ends up tie, we'll split the point.
Line's fine.
Well, as advertised, you expected Ben to throw an out turn, and as advertised, we could have the 2 best teams in the world right now. You know, Brad Gushue is having a wonderful year. Jacobs is always hot. You know, you get Simmons over here with Olsrud. It's tough to pick, but
like
there should be some unbelievable big weight shots made in this game.
And you've got Christopher and you've got Brent, who both just came off this sheet, so give some added information to their teammates out here.
Yeah, kudos to Rick Lang, the coach again. Brent played here 2 games in a row now. Natalie Nicholson on sheet B, 2 games in a row. John Morris just played on sheet C. That's a great thing for the coach to do, to get a little bit of a feel for the dice right off the bat.
All right, what do they add what will they add just in that pregame meeting?
Well, just trying to figure out the ice. You know, we've seen some tricky spots. If you up the weight, we've seen a couple straight spots, and I think that's what they can bring to their team. Maybe give a leg up on putting Broom down early in the game.
Such a fine line with teams like this. You know, you put the Broom in the wrong spot, you give up a deuce, and you have to beat the other team by 3. It's hard to do with hitting teams like these 2.
No.
This is their 3rd meeting of the season. They've met twice on tour. Cooey won both, one in Truro, Nova Scotia, the other one in Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
Quite a bit light on the freeze attempt by Ben Hebert.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that. I think the hardest thing for some of these players at this style of an event is they have to sit a lot. They're not playing, they're not out back-to-back games, and you're sitting and waiting, and that can be a little bit of a build-up wanting to get out there.
Perfect positioning.
Just a little across.
Hair low, just a millimeter low, Brent.
You know, Brent has to save the team here in a little way. If this double race doesn't work, they could be looking at 3.
And in fact, you know, he comes off the ice where he's played some of those shots in that mixed doubles.
It's an advantage. We saw him play this a couple hours ago.
Won those 2 Canadian World Championships with Glenn Howard.
Touch it.
And touch it. Oh my goodness, he got them all moving.
Brilliant.
Good sweep. Good shot.
Are we shot?
Shot, Brent. We're shot.
And buried.
Hit it there harder.
Good shot.
It's a shot for bonus points.
But I don't think Team World will be too worried here. It's there's nothing in the middle to junk it up. That's accessible with this big curl. Well-placed stone here. You could sit 2.
Bak 4. Som Krippas. Bak 4.
Ser lång ut, börjar bli lite tight, men den är förbi en.
Hårt!
Järnet, ut med det. Oskar. Kom igen, fortsätt.
And roll.
In.
And they'll drag it in for shot stone.
It was a new look going to the wings. We didn't see that a lot, and we saw it in the earlier game and really moved.
Nästan bakom. Center line's pretty close, Brent.
That's got to be 2 minutes, isn't it? Okay.
Boy, that was perfect to get that by.
Look at the crowd here at the Orleans Arena. A marquee match, if there ever was one, Edin against Cooey.
Clean. Still yours.
Yep.
Hard. Keep going.
And they held it, but it'll just pop on the wide side.
Då får vi hålla igång.
Shoot. curling more already than it was.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you from Kev's draws, they're crossing the tee at the same time as the first game, and we're getting over center.
Kort! Linjen är bra. Perfekt linje.
Freeze down to them, Russ. Freeze down to them, Russ.
Håll igång.
Freeze down
Yeah,
to
they're
them.
going to play the freeze, and they're actually are shot rock. I thought the yellow one was, but you take a good look, it's red. So they just like to get this past the first one.
Kom igen.
Were you looking at Marilyn, Russ?
Bra sop. Dubbeln går, va? Ja, jag tror det.
Oh, it wasn't. Wow,
Svårt att
never
ligga
mind.
kvar.
Yeah, hey, not going to lie, Vic.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You were.
Yeah.
you were looking at Elvis's glasses and wanting, how
Elvis.
would I look in those?
Bra. Yep. Oh. Yep, yep.
Should finish.
Hard. Hard.
Keep going, Benny.
Mark Kennedy, of course, with Kevin Martin all those years.
He's been
Han ser.
great for this team, and I think that move, he's loving playing the third position. Last year he held the broom
Who's third?
and threw third, and
At the
this
top
year
third.
he's playing full-time third. And I think that switch has been good for Kevin Cooey. I think he brings something to Kevin in the house. I've never seen Kevin this relaxed out there playing.
69, ja. Mjukt satt.
Känns bra. Bra fart. Ja, linje. Ja. Samma lite kort. Ja, kör. Ja, linje. Hårt. Bra linje. Bra linje.
Bra fart, bra fart.
Bra linje. Gå båda två då. Kom igen. Järnet. Kom igen. Hårt.
Excellent
Bra spel.
line.
Not quite down to it, but it is shot stone. Remember now, it is Edin.
Tänk att vi kan vänta
Red
med
stones that has last draw.
skjut är så lätt för dem ändå.
Oscar
Good
Eriksson.
with half rock, Mark.
You know, when Edin's old team, as it were, when they broke up a couple of years ago, it was Oscar's team, along with Lindstrom and Sundgren, the former world junior champions,
Hårt.
that joined him and invigorated him as well.
Well, Oscar with the front end there came second in the world without Niklas. And you throw Niklas, who's arguably the best player out of Sweden.
Jag är helt på dubbeln också.
It's a real
Hur
powerhouse.
mycket behöver jag träffa? Hur mycket behöver jag träffa? Hur mycket? Tjockhalv, 60. Okej, ja det har jag. Det är kanske lättare för dig. Vi kan spela frysen igen. Det är nog för sent att göra en på min, tror jag. Okej, slå den då.
Can you hair past the guard and the red one and get enough of this one to make the double and
Stick.
stick?
Rent! Krille var med. Rent! Rent! Upp! Rent! Rent!
The stick was impossible, actually, but great shot just the same.
So 2 of the last 3 years, it has been Niklas Edin, with a Thomas Olsrud of Norway sandwiched in between, that has kept Canada off the top step of the podium. Kevin Cooey winning in 2010 in Cortina.
Same weight you threw in your last one, Kev. Because we're thinking it's probably a foot or two slower here than the draw to the bottom half. T-line?
You're going
Back to
dead even
Sit.
most of the way unless line's real good.
Trying to kind of get around that red one if he can, but it's more important to keep the rock exactly beside the one that's sitting there already by Mark Kennedy. Otherwise, there's a
Line's
double.
good. Line's good. Definitely room. Even them up.
No, just get it there. Looks light to me.
Quick check of the stopwatch. You saw that Ben Hebert jumped all
Right to
over
my
it.
broom, Benny. It's got to be here.
Don't stop.
And here
stop,
now, don't
guys.
stop now.
Keep going, Bryce.
All the way, T-line is where they want it. That is a great drag. Great judgment by that front end, Hebert and Lang. And he's already worked up a lather. And how's he still standing after this afternoon's mixed doubles.
Don't know.
Right to my broom, Benny.
Warm.
It's got to be here.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Oh, guys, you got it.
Keep going, Brent.
It's there, guys. It's there, guys.
That's good. That's good.
Yep.
Boy, Lang staying with it.
Great sweep.
All that fitness is going to come into play for Brent this game.
I like Mark putting the target out there too. He put his broom down. Said, "Boys, this is where I want it. This is the X."
A little easier for the sweepers, I guess, especially when you're pounding a shot end to end.
Gå till line.
That's the other thing Mark brings. You know, his shooting ability is one thing, but he has that ability to get the most out of all the players out there. Communication is great with him.
Well, Russ talked about Niklas Edin and his 13 events. Started in Switzerland, then he came to Canada in September and basically stayed here till mid-December. Very much like Peja Lindholm did. Peja, for all intents and purposes, he used to wear the Canadian maple leaf because he felt almost like an honorary Canadian citizen. But they've come over, invested the time. They're fully funded by the Swedish Olympic Committee and invested the time to play on the tour here in Canada, or when we are in Canada.
Liten dot. Liten dot.
Oh, boy. Hangs it on the edge. There's some backing. Shot stone belongs to Edin.
Beautiful shot, and that's a shot you wouldn't have seen out of Niklas a couple of years ago. He would have hit the open one dead on. Kui hits it dead on, then he'd have a bullet weight double for a possible 2. Now he's going to try to finesse his way out of it. What does Kui do?
It's almost the same shot.
It's tough to play to little move. So if I do something like that, this is
Easy deuce.
well, maybe 3, right?
3.
So it's
You're
just
trying to go
the
there?
freeze. Yeah. I mean, I know if you're here, it's a nose. A little bump on this angle makes it tough.
No, but if you freeze it for shot.
Hey,
Keep it a sliver high.
Yeah. Same ice.
What Niklas normally would have done is something like that. Then if Kevin hits it dead on there, then there would have been a potential this way across to score the 2 points. Now he's got a small chance at a 3. If Kevin does something crazy here and cues it on the corner, he could get as many as 3 if it's in the wrong spot.
Final stone for Kevin Kui, Team North America, here in the first.
All there. Line's good. Room.
Clean. Close for line.
No. Brent. Brent.
How heavy?
You gotta go,
You don't want to bounce off
Mark,
on
you can
this.
hit it real thin.
Keep going, Brent. Keep going.
Benny.
Keep going. No, not Benny.
Go, go,
Keep
go,
going.
Just that little separation now, and again, that little bit of confusion when it comes to the directional brushing. Who's going to take it? No, not you, Benny. Brent. No, not Brent. Benny.
Jag har inte mycket att rulla dit. Du kan
They're
rulla
still
en
trying to work it
sten,
out.
precis, inget mer. Det är bara upp till farten vad du vill lira.
Whose second shot, Cheryl? That's the key thing. Is I don't. If you play the cross house double, you take out your own,
It's really close.
and you might pick that red. So if you came down here, made that, which Niklas could probably make 8 times out of 10, he might just kick this red one out, and then he only scores 2 anyways. But if he's second shot, if this one right here is second shot, he can just come straight down and hit that for 2. It's close.
Yeah, I believe he is second, but there's a shadow there which doesn't help.
So it's a nose hit for a potential 2, as long as you don't high side this and graze your own.
Final stone looking for a couple. Niklas Edin. Lindstrom has picked him up. Brushing against the grain, trying to hold the line. Here comes that guard. Get to the nose and push it back. Get it by. Push it back. And oh, he's going to roll too far. Now we'll have a look to see if in fact they are one.
I don't know, Oscar.
Blank. One of the 2. What do you think?
It's very close.
Yeah, they just might
Hey,
hang out the
come
stick.
take a look, Brent.
Oscar yelled out a blank, which is an actual
not really good
possibility
at
if this measure somehow was tied.
They're making it seem.
One measure?
Yeah.
I would just measure, yeah.
So an early measure coming up here in this first end on a Friday night.
to your point, Cheryl, that's that inside-out shot that caught them again. They ticked the guard earlier by not brushing it, and that over-curled also.
Just catching them off guard. There's not as much curl from the outside in, but they're getting quite a bit more from the inside out. And I don't think he overthrew that either. He was just...
It's a tricky shot.
So from the Edin stone. To the Cooey stone. It is red, 1 for Team World, and they'll take the early lead. Now as we take a look before we go to break at the game on sheet B featuring Eve Muirhead against Erica Brown, it looked as if it was World sitting the 1. Muirhead, her last, the 25-year-old of Dunkeld. The bronze medal winner in Sochi. Angle it back. No, just kissed it over. And 1 red it is. 1 for Muirhead. Zhelang Zhang, the skip from Harbin. Now, let's see. Are these my glasses? Alina Petz, Women's World Champion. No, I think you have. I've got yours. There you go. Funny enough that we would wear the same glasses. Huh? Look at that. Yeah, I can't wear those. What are you doing to me? There, that's better. Now I know I can see things now. There you go. Oh, look at that. Maryland has found a nice spot on the Team North American bench. Marilyn Monroe. Yes, it is. Oh. Hey. Thank you very much. I'm Elvis, you know. In Las Vegas. Only in Las Vegas. Welcome back on this Friday night. Niklas Edin and Kevin Cooey. It's a great matchup. Friday night team games. Niklas Edin with Last Rock picks up 1 in that first. And so it will be Cooey that does have the Last Rock playing the Yellowstones here in 2.
Yeah, I think that frozen.
Cooey dodged a bit of a bullet there. It could have been his stops in the wrong spot, a potential 3. Left Niklas a tough one for 2 in a spot that curled a hair more than he wanted to. And like you said, it maybe underthrew it a tad.
Yeah, it didn't seem quite what they wanted for weight.
Gå fort. Emot. Räcker fart, du får täppa. Ja, vi behöver hålla igång lite för det. Japp, kör. Japp. Hårt, gå nu för vinkeln också. Gå. Fortsätt gå.
Trying to unlock that back one a little bit.
The leads are getting so good at those shots, aren't they? Look at those things.
Sliver high.
The guard never comes into play, very rarely.
Go for a corner, Marcus? Yep, gotcha.
Because there's a bit of an angle. Brent runs it straight back. The yellow sandwich stays.
Yep.
Brent Lang.
Whoa, Benny. Yes, let's go.
And the shooter's going to stay out in front. The yellow does.
Good job, Brent.
The meat of the sandwich stays center line, top edge of the 4.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's really good.
Perfectly
And they're covered.
Eller skicka och försöka.
Gillar ni den?
Ja. Jag vet inte.
Jag gillar inte att slå centern. Den inne. Bestäm nu.
Säg du.
You could play that run
Kan ju
back
spela något
double.
sånt där också, men.
Yeah, because if you ever make it, you're line 2, which is the force.
Yeah.
Se fryser. Köra inte så mycket på mina tidrörningar där. Du kan få upp den high side där.
Obviously, there's no Swedish for high side. I wondered, he's in perfect Swedish until high side.
Ja, gå lite fart. Håll ut den. Hårt, linje.
the dilemma for Niklas in running it back as you open it up, and that center guard is their force opportunity.
Underneath.
What if you can play it hard, boys?
If it touches it, boys, it doesn't hurt you.
No.
You need some weight to make it, 'cause the hole's kind of off.
That's tough.
Brilliant curl from David Merklinger
You're
and
going to
staff.
touch this one rolling in.
That's not bad.
Whatever, pick something good.
Okay,
You can throw it hard and maybe come off the back of it.
Okay.
Right, put it to there.
Okay.
I like that.
And my fair share to say, I mean, every curler, ever since I've been involved, has always said, give me good ice. Yes, of course. But whatever ice you give me some consistency. So is this ice on all 3 sheets been consistent?
It has. I think, you know, we see curl to the wings. We see it a little bit straighter on the edge of the outfoot coming to the inside. Consistent weight. I think that's the other big thing all curlers want is consistent weight.
Yep.
Hard mark.
Yep.
Keep going, keep going.
Shot.
Almost off the back.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. They did tick it, but didn't really kick their shot rock back a little deeper than they wanted it.
Kan frysa här den vägen eller?
Det är tight. Jäkligt tight.
Okej.
Kör den här förresten. 10.
Thought he'd play that freeze again now that it's on the back of the button.
Yes.
Third stones, Oscar Eriksson.
Känns bra. Och lite videos nu.
Över Kala. Kala. Rent, ligger bra. Rent. Japp. Wow. Lite mer. Wow. Snyggt.
Wow.
Härligt. 10-4.
Shot stone is still Cooey at the back of the button.
Snyggt.
Now where this stops, does this just roll a little too far, Russ, for them?
Yeah, a couple inches it looks like from our angle. He might be able to hit enough to get the back one barely, but it's certainly raisable with draw weight.
Another key game is Thomas Ulsrud against Pat Simmons. They blanked the first. And you can see Ulsrud.
Intern.
1, 2, 3. Hit 4. That's what's up. The chance, I guess.
John Morris tried a double run back. There were 2 buried for Ulsrud. John tried a double run back. Just missed it by an eighth of an inch and left it guarded. And that set up this 4.
And that is the 4 spot for Thomas Ulsrud. Pat Simmons did not have a great skins game, we know. Went out badly, just $2,000 in the semifinal to Brad Guju. And then he lost to Jilang Zhang in team play here. Pat Simmons himself struggling. They're really fighting to get their game back.
Yeah, they really are. Doesn't take much, though, at this level.
I think with Niklas, he's second shot here, so just the freeze.
Oscar, being left-handed, might be able to get this to carve in a little bit. You have to get pretty tight to your guard to actually become shot rock here.
Your error on this would be top 4.
Bak 4. 10. Könet är bra. Bak 4. Krippa.
Hård.
Wow.
Fint.
Oscar Eriksson right down on the corner.
Lite aktivare på den än 69 där. Ja.
13,5. As soon as you're by, I'll carve it down to the nose.
Just back 4.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Don't put a foot mark.
This Edin team's a lot like a Rachel Holman. They identified that they're both those teams are maybe arguably as good as anybody in the world at hitting. So what can we work on?
No, I think that's close.
They're throwing a lot more of these soft shots. It's cost Niklas a lot of games this year. He's lost a lot of games this year, more than he normally would. His percentage of wins is not that high, but his goal is that World Championship and of course the Olympics coming up.
Back button. T-line.
Whoa, clean. Clean. Heavy.
You heard Ben say he'll make this go after they get it past the guard.
Back 4. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. Clean, Brent. Yep. Whoa.
Look at him sneak in here. Now it starts to dive. On the angle, push it back. Oh, what a lovely shot. Brilliant.
Incredible.
Brilliant. Lang to hold it. Get it? Hebert to push it in. Tap it back, sit 2.
They wouldn't let Ben go on it too early in case it over curls. They wait just till he gets to the guard and then. Perfect sweeping.
So good. They're actually sitting 2.
Det är fortfarande lite ek i banan känns det. Ja.
Lite insida och inte riktigt ända ner frys. Eller fjärdedels frys på skotten, så kan det vara andra sten där också. Måste ligga rätt snett för att vara andra då.
Ja. 86. Känns väldigt bra.
Linus hård.
Bra fart.
10.
Lite videos nu.
Långt
Bak
ut
4.
också.
If you overthrow this, it won't move.
Bak 8.
Skip Stones.
Långt ut. Gå.
Krippa.
In med den nu.
Edin with his
In
first.
med den. Mer.
And he'll get there for second shot. Busy season for Niklas Edin. 13 events. And it started with the Baden Masters in Switzerland. He won that one. And he's currently 8th on the tour at $50,200.
Yeah, or I think I can tighten it up too, because if I ever rub that, I'm not sure what he can still do, right? So where was
Let's
I?
get by though. This is your draw the button line.
I'd be thinking edge of 8. Do you think that's
Edge of 8 and you're throwing back 4. I think that's really close. I don't think that's max. I think it's good.
Just to the nose of the red and tap.
Yeah, I think maybe. Or to the inside if possible.
Where's calling back 4?
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Throw what I threw.
Back 4.
Really similar to draw. That same throw almost.
Did you get this close to the same on these two as my draw off?
I think in the perfect world they'd try to get to the nose, number 1, but maybe release that back red so that the top red, the one that's second shot, is movable next time.
Just that little bit positive. So just the questions asked, questions answered.
Okay, I got back 8. Back 8.
All right, so the time out of his hand. He wanted back 4 weight, saying back 8.
Clean it. Back 4.
No, easy.
Brent. Whoa, Brent.
Whoa.
Benny.
Go, Benny.
Now trying to hold it because there's that stone coming in. Top 12. Got to get it by that one first. Hold it. Oh, they couldn't.
Go.
And now spinning it away and taking it back as far as they can.
Sorry guys, good sweep.
Mark took that one. Called Brent on, over curled. Called him on here for the curl.
Benny. Go, Benny. Hard, Benny. Hard, Benny.
They couldn't save it.
Well, it may have rushed, do you think? Just jumped on them a little bit.
Sure.
They couldn't get there.
Yeah, and you know, it always looks like you're sitting at home going, how could they let that wreck? We're talking 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch they're playing with here. That had to be extremely tight to the guard. It wasn't a good shot anyways. But there was an outside chance at a 4 there for a second, and now the scoring area is really shutting down.
Ja, precis. Klarar den över så måste vi nedåt. Vi kan frysa skotten. Annars kan han täppa in den för 2. Ja. Men ligger vi enda kloss frys, då kan han inte göra det. Då blir inte bakstenen bättre. Ja. 13-7 på förra.
Yeah. So Niklas taking quite a bit more ice than Kevin's draw to the button. Kevin went about 1.5 inches outside edge of the 4, so it's about 6 inches wider.
82.
Lite vid. Topp 4. Den har mycket liv den här. Vänta Krille. Vänta, den har mycket liv i sig.
You're seeing more and more teams here all making sure they're by the guard. And then the sweeper on the outside is trying to make a curl.
Bra linje.
Bak 4. 10.
Well, you can make it seems the curl is you can get more curl than you can holding it straight.
And snuggling up. Again, shot stone belongs to Cooey top of the button. Been a successful year for Kevin Cooey. Has gotten hot recently. 9 events, won 4. Paradise, Newfoundland, Edmonton, Grand Prairie, and more recently in Perth, Scotland, at just shy of $100,000. And of course, the Canada Cup and that first spot in the curling trials for Korea. Not even worth a try. He'll just take his one and say thank you very much. So Cooey gets his single, all even at 1. The Continental Cup is unique in so many ways, and perhaps the most intriguing aspect is seeing longtime rivals become teammates. For 4 days, instead of being opponents, the world's best join forces and end up cheering for each other. Niklas Edin, Thomas Ulsrud, they faced off in last year's World Final. Here in Vegas, well, they're rooting for each other. Jennifer Jones, Rachel Homan, they have the biggest rivalry in Canadian women's curling, but that's all forgotten about this week. And for this one event, Nolan Thiessen, Carter Rycroft, Pat Simmons are once again back on the same team as Kevin Cooey. When this week ends, so will the fun and games, and the serious business of trying to win a Scotties or Brier will resume. You won't see these current teammates cheering for each other any longer. You see, it's true. What happens in Vegas really does stay in Vegas. And how often have you seen that? Not very often. Rachel Homan, Jennifer Jones sharing a chuckle. With Marilyn there too.
Never expected to see that.
Oh.
3 sheets in play here at the Orleans Arena. And a wonderful crowd. How we see it, you see it from here in Las Vegas. On a Friday night, team play tied at 1. Kevin Cooey couldn't fool with what he had, so he just pitched it to the bumpers. And so here in the third, it will be Edin, a Team World that do have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstone.
Players of these type of skills, those first 2 or 3 shots in an end are huge. Ben missed one in the first end, and it could have led to a potential 3. Team Cooey played a better second end off the hop and had Edin in big trouble. It's fascinating how fast it can go south.
What are you thinking?
Eve Muirhead against Erica Brown. Brown, the reigning U.S. champion. They blanked the second, so it remains 1-0 Muirhead, and Brown does have last
You're
rock.
just gonna roll. You're gonna roll right here,
Playing in 3.
She's quarter tucked though.
That's out, eh?
Yeah.
You can hit this on the nose and still do something pretty good, right?
Yeah, the double they rolled to the corner. I would like to avoid that.
Yep.
Okay, Brent.
Shooter rolls over and covers now the 8-foot out in front. Edin sitting the 2, top 4, center line, top 12.
That corner could help Edin here too. That didn't go well.
No, they didn't want to roll to the corner, but if they did, they'd like to have made the double.
Kan du få en trippel, men då rundar vi cornern då. Lite på vitt så slagställen blir sämre, kan vi runda här sen. Ja, exakt. Vi måste dock runda den högt.
I think if you're going to go around the corner, it's got to be really high.
Why is that?
Well, if you go deep, if they can come off maybe the shot rock and kick over and get the buried one, or maybe even some type of triple with that top one. If you keep it really high, equidistant to the tee line with that top one, there is no double. Just nibble the rings here. But they decided to stay away from that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Christian Lindstrom.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's exactly what you want to see. They're exactly the same distance, no double. Double at the back, obviously, but you can't protect everything.
They may get a chance here in a bit to go around that corner when there isn't the risk of something jamming in there.
Smart call there, too.
Make the roll, right?
Pick third.
Even if they don't make this double, the two rocks that are left are really one. It's an easy double. They're going to have to hit their way to this end.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
And he's got it, and he'll seal it underneath. I was curious to see what turn he would play at that, because he threw the out turn, and he makes the shot, so you can't be obviously critical. But we've seen in the past, if he played that in turn, there's a little more action off the stone.
Wasn't quite as flat, so he gets to hit this a little thinner. So he only hits a less than half, so it's going to have action anyways. Great shot.
And left underneath.
Beautiful shot. Is it difficult to stop a double after this is made, if it's made?
Lite mjuk! Hårt! Hårt! Den är mjuk! Hårt! Nicka den. Bra. 10-1. Den är mjuk så har man inte råd att ta så mycket sida. Nej. Bra.
Make the double, he comes around the
Well,
corner.
we saw Thomas Olsrud score the 4 in the second, blank in the third by Pat Simmons with last rock. And so it remains 4-0, Olsrud leading there. Muir head up in the women's team game.
So he's just going around. You stick right here. He can't make the roll behind the guard, right, if you're right there.
Okay.
Just boards.
Can't make the roll because the stone would be too high and he can't catch the ring, Cheryl, is that it?
Right,
Extra white.
right.
Ice.
Be too high. Kevin's worried about playing the double, and then you roll out and they get to come around the corner guard.
Not too many teams would think of that, would they? They want to kill both those rocks, especially without hammer.
Easy. Clean, Brent. Yep. Hard right to it. Go.
So this is for me interesting. If you make the double, then he gets to go. Niklas Edin.
Yes.
Cooey wants him not to go there, so he'd like to keep that play in the middle.
Yes, and it can backfire here too, because obviously Edin can sit 2 now. But because the rock's in the center, that's the secret. How do you keep separation here? How do you keep them far enough apart so Mark Kennedy doesn't run off a double? It's difficult.
Oscar Eriksson.
Lite mjuk. Din är bra.
Bak 8.
Japp.
Bak 8. Bak 12.
Lugn. Trippa.
Try to roll underneath the yellow here and tap that shot rock back a bit.
Kom här.
Didn't get the roll, did tap it back, sitting 2, top and back 8.
But it might have curled enough to stop the straight back double, I think.
Yeah, they got a bit of finish on that backstone they hit.
Pretty tough. I mean, you could do this. Tough to catch that one, but
Try to make the double.
this double.
Yep.
Oof. Yikes.
Enough room there.
Just a little bit.
I guess it's there, but obviously without hammer, you ever feather the guard.
I think this will be a safe line.
Yeah, a little.
Yep.
Mark Kennedy. Hebert, hold that line. Hold that line. Got it.
You could tell Mark loved it. He's like, yep, he saw it.
Oh, those guys hit half a rock high there. Whoa!
First call. I know you want it. Get rid of him.
7/8 nu. Perfekt. 3/4 rullar vi väl långt, men det är okej.
Beautiful, beautiful double. Look where that rock is. Look how close it had to have been to that top one to get it in there.
Krille, järnet! Järnet! Kom igen, kom igen. In med den, in med den, in med den, in med den, in med den. Bra.
Okay, Cheryl, go back to one of your keys for Cooey. And you said force. You got to get that last rock back. Is this the situation for him now to get it back and force him?
Yeah, I mean, he'd come around here, and that's going to get his force. You get the hammer back. It's one of the things that Kevin Cooey is so good at, his hammer efficiency. He's one of the top teams. So just get the hammer back, score your multiple with it.
But again, the other thing too, Russ, is the key for him, Cooey, is where he drops this stone, right?
Well, yeah, so this trying to force him to one could force him to two. If this ever gets behind the tee line. We saw it in Jennifer Jones's game. She came a little deep a couple times, and Pets made her pay. So Kevin has to keep this in the top half of the circles. Well, with these two brushers, there's a pretty good chance he'll throw it light enough. And you know it curls hard here in number one. Team Edin crashed on a guard. They didn't think it was going to. So curl is not going to be the problem here. It's just getting the right speed.
I think the other thing that contributes to going for the force for Cooey is that it's the third end in an 8-end game. So you force here, get the hammer back and forth. You keep the hammer for the even ends.
Go ahead, Benny, help him.
Get it there for weight, Benny.
Keep going, Brent. Keep
Line's
going.
fine.
Keep going.
So line's good. This is all about the carry
Keep
now.
her going, boys. Go, 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 go. Keep going, hard, never
Keep
off.
going. It's curling. Good shot. That's
And
fine.
they'll get it to the top
Good feet,
12.
guys. Good feet. That's fine.
I think you can probably see half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard Mark Kennedy just say a little light.
Okay. Langer's got to be a little tired by now, hey?
No kidding.
Yeah, he took every stone in that mixed doubles game earlier today with wife Jennifer. And that's a man ready for a good sleep.
He threw 3 and swept all. His own and Jen's. It was pretty amazing performance.
Greppa. Rent. Ligger bra, ligger bra. Trille. Rent. Japp, japp. Japp, japp. Kom igen. Järnet. Järnet, järnet, järnet. Klippa vicken. Hårt. Kör. Så långt bort som möjligt. Kom igen.
Great command of speed there.
11-3.
That is the kind of thing that you believe they've worked on and brought into their game?
No question. And that's why you see a lot of losses for a team that's that incredible. 35 losses this year. That's a ton, but they're working on stuff. We talked about a couple other teams doing the same. It's peaking at the right time.
Even heavy like controllers. Swing center.
Ja, det håller jag med om. Låg lite tajtare.
And this is the year to do it too. You know, next year you want to have all the wrinkles ironed out, and you want to know exactly how you're going to approach the 2 years leading up to the trials. But this year, it's a good year to try stuff.
And he's the defending world champion too, so he wants to be ready for that.
Oh. Get ready, Brent.
Chance to roll though. Still a chance to force.
Kennedy, line call.
Hard, Brent.
Keep going.
Lang on the brush.
No. Good tip.
Just wouldn't come over for him, so it'll sit right there. Chance for the blank.
Tick. Whoa. Trippa. Ja. Rent. Krille.
And a blank on the board here in the third. Remains a 1-1 tie. Right next door, sheet B, Erica Brown against Eve Muirhead. You see Allison Pottinger with the brush down. Sitting 3 is Eve Muirhead. And the final stone for Brown and her team from the Madison Curling Club, Madison, Wisconsin. Erica is the reigning U.S. Women's Champion. Nicole Jorenstad, Natalie Nicholson with a big carry here, trying to sneak it by. This has got a hook in here for them. Get there and no, and it appears it'll be a steal of 2 for Eve Muirhead and the team from Dunkeld, Scotland. The Continental Cup featuring mixed doubles team matches, as you're seeing tonight. Then the skins games will come your way on Sunday. 60 points total, so it is a race to 30.5. And coming into tonight's team games, Team North America leading 8-7. Our featured game, Niklas Edin against Kevin Cooey. They traded singles through the first 2, a blank in 3. Means once again here in the 4th, it will be Niklas Edin and the team from Karlstad, Sweden. It does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the red stone.
Upp! Järnet, linje, järnet!
Du har den.
Hårt! Farten är bra. Okej, linjen är om frysen är bra, eller om farten är bra. Perfekt linje. Oskar, japp. Okej.
Oh, we saw Christopher Sundgren make that absolutely brilliant draw to get the 3 in his mixed game with Helena Petz, the reigning women's world champion. Earlier today, they were winners over Jennifer Jones and Brett Lang.
Similar on this side when I threw my draw, yeah.
That one's just absolutely glued.
Don't be afraid to talk to me if you don't like it, boys.
I think we're here like.
Wait only.
Top 8!
What?
Top 8!
Hey, that's pretty close to what we want. Hard line. Hard line, Mark.
So Mark
Really got to go.
Kennedy brushing against the grain, trying to hold that line against the curl.
No.
And a little light, and it'll crash all over the guard.
Okay, Brad, that's fine.
Cooey team has one more event after this. They go to Arizona to Tempe to play in that Ed Wernick event, which is pretty good timing then for their Alberta playdowns.
Gigglar man igenom lite så är det okej också.
Ja, bara ni inte hamnar där, men det är otur. Ja. Jag gillar det. Kör den.
Hit the back one first, understanding your angles. A little less than half of this when you get the back side of that one. You'll slide in over here somewhere. Could easily keep this in the paint. Be another rock that could end up in the scoreboard. It might even end up behind the corner guard.
Whoa. Rätt. Whoa. Oskar, kör på. Hårt.
And by.
Had to hit it a little thicker to take the pace off it. Good try.
Looks like they're buying into it, that directional brushing too.
Yes, no question.
It's becoming the
Inte jättelångt bort att vi fick.
the norm now.
Back here.
7/8 on my side. Yeah. Back 12 lane.
Out turn. Really?
Out turn across.
Okay.
That's fine. This has got to be harder. Look at this. Heavy draw, Langer.
Speed will be the same here. I got to give you at least 6 feet.
Yeah.
Not very hard.
Yeah,
Back 4.
That's good.
Hard
That's
down.
good, Benny.
Weight's good. Back 4. Weight's good.
Roll then.
Weight's
trying
fine.
to
Back
block
12.
this yellow. Red, yellow freeze.
Little heavy.
Whoa.
Mark.
No.
Yes.
No.
Curl.
Okay.
Sorry, Kevin. We had a
It
little
hangs it on the
Shot,
back.
Langer.
But it unlocks that
Nice shot.
Boy, Brent. good
world
shot.
stone, which is the shot stone, just top edge of the 4-foot.
Hoping to get the
Fortare
drag,
nere.
Nicholas is by playing this. Get the roll and the
Tappa
drag.
den, som det blir den.
Okej. Var en
Bort
tanke, är det
igenom
dumt?
till hack.
Okej.
He might not drag quite as much as he wants to with soft weight, but he can also roll behind the corner here. It's kind of a double duty.
Trying to get both.
Try to save it, though. These are dangerous. You got to throw it fairly hard. If it crosses up and noses it, they'll probably punch their own rock right through. Yeah, that's the problem.
Didn't get either.
Yeah, that was the danger.
Dropping in on the game between Thomas Ulsrud and Pat Simmons. Ulsrud, the world champions, picked up 4 in the second. They blanked the third, and now John Morris has a brush down. And Pat Simmons gets ready. This is a possible deuce here in the fourth. As mentioned, this team got a late start out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary by design.
Backline.
They didn't start their tour season until October. Won their very first event in Vernon.
Climax.
The last 2 weeks here, they've been off. Started with that skins game, and here as well. And that one will settle. They're on the board with the deuce. Mark Kennedy with the quiet takeout weight to sit 2, but without last rock.
Big mistake by Team World there by throwing enough weight to be through. I know they wanted to roll, but they didn't take into consideration if it curled up, it was going to punch it right through. They went from a potential 2 to looking at 3. This is what you see more of out of this team. I played them in 09, 2010. They threw everything at normal weight for these type of shots.
No roll either way. Trying to maybe take advantage of their own guard. Covering the edge of the 8.
Well, he's going to hit and roll along behind his.
Yeah, we're going to have something.
Sure.
You can't take it away.
Same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Same weight.
Good spot to sit right there, no matter what
I'm with you.
Niklas does. He gets that roll. You've got something to run back in.
Little less.
Yeah, line's good though. Clean it, easy. You got a little more room, Brent.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let me know.
Clean it.
Just clean, Brent.
Clean, Brent.
Yep. Hard.
Good shot, Mark.
Nice shot. Good throws, Mark.
Sweet, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
Marcus.
Thanks.
Okej. Om man gör den dubbeln så kommer nollan i spel. Exakt. Samma fart tror jag. 11-0 är bra.
You might get out of this end with a blank yet. If you make this double, the back double, the one that's tickling the back 12-foot, and you roll, Kevin has to play the raise. His stone rock might not be in the rings.
Yep. Ja! Den! Yep. Whoa.
Oscar Eriksson.
Whoa. Kille. En. Whoa. Ja!
And he'll duck a piece underneath. But he gets caught with the jam at the back.
Nej, det var 11-2, men det kändes som det hade ingen effekt liksom.
Det kändes nog samma, men det blev inget.
Yeah, you gotta watch that
A
back.
little tough.
Better.
I think the intern or just roll over here is probably the best.
Okay. Board?
Yeah.
Yep. Board.
Ian, he rolls
You can take a
another
bit of ice on
inch.
this
It
turn.
also would have made the double by hitting it a little thinner.
We'll just try and roll away and make the roll back under tough.
How hard, Kev?
This is the best.
I think so.
Board.
Second thoughts?
Raise is so easy. It's just they're worried about the yellow, red, the red going back behind Mark there onto that back one and sticking it. So this is the tougher of the 2 shots, but there's no jam possibility here.
Clean.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean it.
Whoa.
Clean it, Brent.
Clean, Brent.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Not picked.
Keep going. Keep going.
Stay on it.
No,
Stay on
no,
it.
you're
Stay on it.
good.
Stay on it. Stay on it.
Benny, roll. Try to roll for shot here if you can. He's going to nose it. You want a double.
Whoa, Mark. Whoa,
It's good, Mark, your shot.
It's good.
And it'll spin to sit the shot stone.
Ah, tough break, Kev.
I love that with Mark, though, his response. I mean, he knows it's picked and he gets something out of it.
Stayed right with
It's
it.
like, stay on it. Let's get something.
Sätter
Split
den här
the
vicken.
rings.
Kan gå för slashen. Missar han någonsin tjock kan den sitta där.
Great awareness.
Ska han gå för en slash så kan jag riva den här också.
Tunna här. Ta en lite tjockt och då går den nästan. Alltså, om jag bara får vicka.
Sen så, vicka hit någonstans.
Ja.
Vicka 1,5
Han är bättre på outend också. Jag kan gärna ge en liten tunn där också. Ta den tjock.
Om du ser om vi ligger här, vinkeln, kommer vara jävligt nära att riva den i alla fall.
Ja. 10 så.
Okej. Tar vi chappen, gör dubbeln, han spinner av så kan vi nolla också.
A nose hit gives what we call a natural double. What I mean by that is it's about a half on the top rock. That's what the players like to see because you don't want to hit a quarter of a rock. It's so dangerous. So what they're going to try to do here is maybe roll into this type of area, which looks like you're grouping them. But that's a tough double because you either have to take the paint off it on this side or you have to hit it really thin on this side to make the double. So knowing exactly what angle you want to leave this on. So I believe it's a roll about a foot and a half towards center, if possible.
He's fighting the edge of 4, maybe.
Whoa.
Niklas Edin.
Ligger okej.
His first.
Krille! Whoa! Ja, klippa!
Now ready for it. And they do roll it maybe half a stone.
A little
Börja
farther.
dra tillräckligt.
Well, there's that quarter.
Jag får en halv.
Turn do you like here?
I like the end is easier.
Did he say he's going to play the intern here?
Yeah, the end will roll what we call flatter. It'll come down out lower so you can hit more of it, which is a nice feeling because he's aiming at a quarter. So the other turn, you'd have to hit it even thinner to get the right angle. That's what Niklas was trying to do. You need to roll another 6 inches or so to make it really tough. Not a gimme.
This is Kevin's bread and butter, these shots.
In a 1-1 tie.
Back it. Hard brain. Hard.
Brett Lang.
Hard.
Hold the line. Kennedy. Call. Oh, and they'll go over the top. Couldn't hold it.
Really give that a chance.
That rock, when it came over the top, you said it came over the top. It's right where the rock would have been if Niklas had nosed it. Right there is where he would have been if he didn't roll it a little bit. He made it a little bit tougher, and it worked.
They were on that straight out of his hand.
Spår från tiden av Nilsson. Yes.
So a chance to take the lead. Has one in his pocket, looking for 2
Inte längre ut
as they go to the break.
Han borde vara lite lång nästan. Kändes team själv nästan.
Håll rent den. Delat skart.
Gärna rent. Ser bra ut.
Dust, the clean, and put 2 on the board for Niklas Edin here in the 4th. Midway through team play on a Friday night Continental Cup, and we are in Las Vegas.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
One of the very unique things about the Continental Cup, of course, is that it brings together curling nations, curling cultures. It's a mix. And we thought of no better person to talk to in Las Vegas than their leading mixologist here at the Aria Resort and Casino and here at Bardo Brasserie, than Craig Schuttler. Nice to meet you, sir. What is a mixologist?
So if you think of it more, we're chefs for bars. So we use bourbon, vodka, gin as our ingredients instead of steak, fish, and poultry.
Here are a couple of drinks that he has and representative of what he thinks of Team World. What is it?
So we have a vodka-based cocktail here, some Saint Germain, which is elderflower liqueur, and obviously some cotton candy.
Wonderful. And now for Team North America.
Team North America, we're going to warm things up a little bit. We've got Canadian rye whiskey, smoked maple syrup, some cherry and vanilla bitters, and then followed by a burning bourbon barrel stave.
So capturing the smoke and then the ingredients. As Craig says, every drink should be an experience. And this is how they do it in Las Vegas at the Aria. Very nice. Sometimes you don't have to throw them, you can drink them. Here in Las Vegas.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Let's check the numbers after 4. It's 3-1 Edin on the scoreboard. And look at what we talked about earlier about Edin and his draw percentage. 90% outdrawing the Cooey team. The low man for North America right now, and Cooey is himself. Kevin is at 71%.
That's good. Not bad.
The numbers after 4 brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for 20 years. So after that deuce, after that deuce, it will be Cooey that has the last draw playing the Yellowstones here in 5.
Kevin's percentage would have dropped a little bit in that end with the pick. Obviously, cost him 4 or 5 points if you keep it score, and then that forced him to a tough double, which he missed, but he missed it the right way. So that hurt him. But more importantly, he's 2 down on the board here to a great team. Once they're front runners, they can hit like the wind.
Freeze or around it all?
Or around the corner. Pretty tight guard.
I think we freeze. I think we freeze too. You don't want them to peel that corner again. If we freeze, they can't peel the corner.
Hey, that way.
So well thought out. Like all 4 of these guys in this Cooey team could skip any other team, like with this strategy.
Top 4,
They might not want to play that position, but they've got the smarts, and that's so refreshing to see 4 people on the same page.
Well, and that's the key, though. They didn't seem to all be on the same page last year. A lot of discussion, a lot of slow games. This year, they all seem to agree right away. Very little discussion.
Part of it, I think, my mind is that Kennedy goes to 3rd and Brent goes back to his more familiar 2nd.
Yes, no question. And not to throw Brent under the bus either, but he'd never really held the broom. In my knowledge, he played front end through junior. He played with Johnny Moe. He played with my brother for 10 years at front end. And that's an art also, to be calling that brushing for those run backs and the perfect rolls. No, this is way better this way.
Well, don't you think one of the things that they've worked on through the summer is that exact issue of there was a lot of chatter last year. How do we come to, like, you had 4 different players coming in with 4 different philosophies, so they talked that through the summer, and I think they're a lot more on the same page.
And you bring that up, exactly. So you get Kennedy, you get Hebert. They bring the Kevin Martin philosophy, whatever it is. Lang brings the Glenn Howard philosophy. Cooey has his own, and that is, you're exactly right. They had to all sit down and say, look, at this, we're going to play under one philosophy, whatever it is. This is how we're going to play. Not the way you used to play or you used to play. We're playing this now.
It is, and that's why I think they look so much more like a team this year.
And the 2 philosophies really are the 3 guys underneath Kevin love the soft stuff. That was their go-to shot, whereas Kevin's the other way. And you can do both. You can set it up early with these finesse shots and have Kevin with the big ones run them in later.
Hands.
And one more.
Do you want to guard ours? Yellow?
Not really.
Okay. Corner's fine. Let's just be quicker.
Let's go, Kev.
If you like, you can go here.
We can do it on mine too. It's up to you.
Let's go.
A little conscious of the time. They've had a history of being right down to the wire.
They have.
That should slide farther.
Okay.
This rocks a little bit. Like to see it curl a
Halfway's
bit.
good, guys.
Curl a bit. At least halfway, Mark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little more. Take,
Yep.
Yeah, a little more.
Yep.
Get her over there.
Yep.
Hard, Mark.
Keep going.
Never off. Never off.
Keep going.
Get the angle over there. Shot.
Good spot, Brent.
Good shots.
Klippa va? Kommer runda. Ja, kommer runda.
Just go in, turn.
Thinking of everything. See that yellow rock that Niklas has asked Oscar to go for? If they tried the double yellow, it could jam on the red because the angle was perfect. A beautiful position rock by Brent Lang. At some point in time, they're going to abandon this corner guard and go right around everything.
Yeah, now is the time.
Let's go, boys. Full back 8.
I'd said earlier that Cooey's team is heading to Arizona after this event, and it's still showing on their schedule, but they actually backed out after they won Canada Cup. They decided with that win they really didn't need the extra tour points, and so they backed out to prepare for playdowns.
Just came back from Scotland too, Cheryl.
Exactly.
Hard,
Got a busy schedule already.
How's the weight?
Simmons is going to the event along with the likes of Mike McHugh and Jim Cotter out of BC and several of the top U.S. teams.
Really makes sense for Simmons to go because they don't have provincial playdowns to play in, so a great event for them to go to.
Probably couldn't roll to a worse spot here. Nose hits. Yellow and the red carries onto that one that Mark just threw, and unless it jams in that back red.
Ja, den här kommer spinna ganska långt. Det skulle vara nice att behålla båda, men det viktigaste är att den här inte blir kvar. Spelar man 8 och tar lite utsida, då stickar den garanterat, men då blir den här nästan kvar också. Man skulle kunna spela vanlig clearing och försöka ta en cent insida också.
Tar någon cent utsida så drar väl den lite ditåt också, eller?
Ja.
Jag gillar nog clearing mer för att säkra ut båda.
Är det bara nära chappen så kommer den. Jag tror den blir kvar, men
ingen risk att den sitter
Danger is
där
right there. It's possible to jam this, but it's worth the effort, I think.
Vilken hand?
You'd have to curve the red one really thin to do it. There's a great shot at it. So dead on the yellow, hits about half the red, runs it on the top of that one. Should roll it through.
Oscar Eriksson.
Oh. Yep. Hands. Oh. Yep.
Back and by. And look at that. Look, he hangs two of them on the edge.
Very nice.
Duger.
That's lucky. Freeze on that or slash?
Boy, they both hung on, but Kevin wasn't around to brush that back one. After that made contact here, what a beautiful shot. You knew the lineup was there. You got a little fortunate with the top one. Watch this. Nobody.
Kev, just a little less, I think.
He might have been able to brush that out. Oh, there he goes.
You got heavy. I don't think so.
Now can you blank?
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good. Doesn't need a curl.
Wow. Line's good. Benny, you got to keep it. Hard line.
This is where it really moves.
Hard line.
Yeah. Keep it.
Hard line.
Okay. Just over curl, it'll sit down there. Looks like it could be the second shot. Shots don't
missing
be
it.
one on the edge top of the 12-foot.
That's close to the same spot that we saw Niklas's over curl for his deuce in the first end.
Yeah, we've been on the sheet a lot, so that's the tendency, isn't it? In that spot, close to the wall. Just that extra couple of inches.
Do you think you'd get all the way out to that?
Thought I was a little tight?
No, I didn't.
I thought I was close to you.
Yeah,
I tried to throw a little positive and it just...
You'll have to play the same shot.
Just finished really hard.
That is one of the things you were saying, Cheryl. There's a calmness about Kevin Cooey. That kind of conversation right there with Mark Kennedy. It's been a while since we've seen that.
Yeah, it's great to see with Kevin. I mean, Kevin's not a hyper individual. I think that's part of the reason that of the pace of the game, that they always have to keep him moving. But I think it's just the way Mark talks to him, and it's the positivity, and he gets so much out of Kevin from it. He's just that kind of player. It's an intangible, and you can't really train that in a person. It's just who Mark is. And then on top of it, he never misses. So it's a pretty good combination.
He's been stellar in everything we've watched this year, I'll tell you. This has to be good or it's not going to be a blank.
Line's good.
Dropping in quickly on Ulsrud and Simmons. Simmons is the shot rock. You see it's almost frozen. It's back 8 foot. There's a pick. Oh, he jammed it, and he'll squeeze it for 1 and 2. Ulsrud will get 2 more.
Keep going with him, baby.
Gotta go, Benny.
Keep going with him.
Go.
Hard as
Go. Hard.
That little nibbler that wasn't swept has left 2 in play all along here. Nose hit here, and they cannot blank this in.
Försöka vara nära chaffen gör ju ingenting. Nej. Det är bara rulla av inåt som är dåligt liksom. Det ska jämma men. Sätta chaffen får han ändå dra mot 3 och ligger kvar. Ja, lite mindre. Yep.
Niklas Edin.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Trille. Sit.
And we'll run it by and sit. Look at that. Just like that little ring of red around the 12-foot edge.
With a lot of speed, too. That might not be the choice of weights or the rock at the back 12. You want to hang around, but he makes it look so easy.
So a draw against 3.
Look the same, Benny.
Hard to believe you're facing 3 and you just need full 12, but they're all around the edge.
Line's good. On its own, though.
Kevin Cooey.
Good shot,
all on its own. Brett Lang with the dust. And Cooey will cut into the lead, picking up a single at 5. Edin continues to lead it on a Friday night in Las Vegas. An update for you as we welcome you back on this Friday night to Las Vegas. Eve Muirhead against Erica Brown. Anna Sloan has the brush down for the 25-year-old that we've been seemingly watching forever as she grows up in the game. The bronze medal winner from the Sochi Olympics, the world champion from 2013 against the reigning U.S. champion out of Madison, Wisconsin, and that will be for 2 more in a 5-1 lead. So as it stands right now, as we play in the 6th, it is Team World leading on all 3 games, and all these games worth a single point. They came into the night down by 1, trailing 8-7. And here in the 6th, it will be Niklas Edin and the team from Karlstad, Sweden, that has the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Redstones.
No, line's good, Mark. Split center is what
Kevin's
you
going
want.
to take on some risk here. Throw up 2 guards without the advantage of last stone, trying to bring that scoring area right down the middle. This can work out really well or end badly.
Får vi den rakt så är det perfekt. Ja, jag gillar det.
It's amazing how many ways you can play the scoreboard, and in this case, Kevin's going to throw both guards, appreciating the hitting ability of this young team from Sweden. Trying to keep as many out front as he can for as long as he can, and then work his way into the button area.
Explain to me again, Russ, why they go to the double center guard and they don't split the guards up on one side or the other, or even play two to the same side.
Well, Kevin, without hammer, he has to steal, so the only way he's going to steal against a great team like this is very close to the button, I would have to assume. So you want to keep the rocks in front of the button as long as possible to have some form of cover for later for Kevin.
Got to play the hit and roll, guys. So Cheryl, am I to assume that if you have the last rock that you could play then the corner guards, is that it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like the way Kevin tried to get separation and line these up. You can see a perfect angle from here, dead on top of each other, because if Niklas tries to peel, he can't get both of them. He'd have to nose and sit right there and leave them another center guard.
Wait's good.
Whoa. He knows with only a couple ends left, it's a short game. It's not a 10-end game. He's got to go pretty hard for a steal.
Or at least a force.
Yep, go, 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 go. Go! Hard.
Fine. Okay, Brent.
Good throw.
It's good.
Now what this does is Niklas hits a dead on, he sets up a double, so he's going to try to roll away, and that would allow Brent to draw him behind. So now they've changed plans and peel the guard. That makes even more sense.
It's a good call.
And Christian, he's capable of throwing this extremely hard.
Christian Lindstrom.
Oscar.
What's he got? One? None. He'll just get the one. He drives it by the second guard, the tighter of the two.
Back four, even to the back eight.
Come on, Kev. We don't have enough time to be doing this.
Yeah. Right to the back four.
Sure. Yeah, back button.
Okay.
Yeah, even back here is not awful.
Each team given the 30 minutes of thinking time, and they also do have
should be all there.
1/92 time available to them.
Slow this one. Wait's good.
Mark's a little concerned because it's not that they're in terrible time trouble, but there's a pretty good chance the way the score is, they're going to be throwing a lot of draws, a lot of decision making, and that makes up a lot of time with those decisions with these finely tuned shots.
Good shot, Brent.
Oh, great
nice,
shot.
Langer, good shot.
Very nice corners on that red.
Really good. Nice.
Good shot, Brent. Hey. Tre fjärdedelar den sidan. Lite mindre.
It's possible. It's absolutely possible to get them all. It has to be dead perfect, of course.
Whoa, Oscar. Yep. Gå. Hårt. Ja, det är bra. Kom här på den här sidan.
That's not great.
Leaves the center guard too.
Wanted that to curl another 3 inches or so and roll over for a corner. That center could really hurt.
Skicka och försöka få en kvar i bot.
And that's what Kevin's been trying to do the whole end, Vic, with that started off with the two centers. Now he's down to one, but it's a good one.
It's the perfect example, I guess.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Go, Benny, a little bit.
Only if you have to.
Wait's good.
Okay, doesn't need a curl. I don't
Needs to stop. Needs to stop.
I don't want to set up a pocket.
Needs to stop.
No pockets here. And look at it just bend.
Perfect.
The stop.
I thought it was a little light
covered
too.
and
Yeah,
top
that's
button.
good.
Sorry, Mark. My
It's okay.
bad.
Nice pick.
Perfect.
Good sweep.
Dra lite fart du. Okay.
He spotted something maybe behind the stone that would stop it.
He definitely slowed down.
Millimeter den sidan, gör dubbeln där.
Team Kui got extremely fortunate there. That was a pair of pants double. Now it's a long run back.
Whoa.
Run it back. Got one only. That close to catching them both.
Just a hair off.
And then the shooter stays out in front again, not quite on the center line. Oof.
Guard ours.
Oh, I think higher than his guy, so if he plays this.
You're going to leave him that, or do you want to go up here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Couple feet in front of this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he say?
We want to
2
be
feet
2
in
feet in
front.
front of it. Hey.
Couple of feet in front. Over left or not?
Yeah, they have to guard the shot rock because it's the winner right now. It's right there. It's a chance to steal a point here and tie this thing up. But fairly close to that one, so that maybe I assume they'll try the double peel here, Vic, and it might jam. This Yellowstone from Team North America might jam and end up in the middle.
Line's good.
A little tight, if anything. No, line's good.
Line's
Just
fine if you're high.
right where this,
Pretty high.
right on this spot, right here.
It's not that far, Kev. Definitely not.
I think you still.
Line's good.
Let it stop.
Whoa,
Stop. Yeah,
whoa,
let it
whoa,
stop. Okay.
Okay, Mark. Sit.
Okay, Mark.
Okay, Mark. Good sweep, guys. Good sweeping.
Interesting.
Too high?
You could get at that back one if you wanted to.
Lite
Is it high
tunnare.
enough?
65 för att sticka den förresten.
Prova där då.
Yes.
Watch the extension here, Oscar. First of all, he's got great leg drive, and then wham.
Yeah, that is a push. Huh?
Yes, it is.
Klippa, klippa! Whoa, whoa!
Oh, look at this. Goodness gracious.
What a shot.
Okay.
Thanks.
Akko.
Jag glider ner span. Ja, vi ligger lite tajt. Tycker noll är bra ändå. Få en tvåa i nästa eller nolla där eller tappa
Extra
ett eller
extension.
Håll in.
That thing's flying and just called it perfect. What a weapon.
Bra skippa.
I watched Oscar do that the year he lost the world final. Vic and I were over there, and the whole team did that for time and time again. Christian also can throw it extremely hard. We know Niklas can, and it's the wrong team to be down a couple points.
Takes a lot of repetitive throws to throw that and add that extension accurately.
Top floor, shopping.
Kevin's already in the hack, trying to bank some time.
Rent klippa.
Niklas
Klippa
Edin.
rent. Ligger bra.
Remarkable that we first saw Niklas back in 2004 in Trois-Rivières when he won the World Junior Championship.
Easy, Benny.
Had a pretty incredible run last year at the Worlds. I think they had a couple losses early and then just went on a roll.
Chuck, Kev.
Outwider than we've been. We've noticed this being a hair straighter, but Niklas is going to take the curl out of it anyways. They're throwing it firm.
Lugn, lugn. Rent. Japp, japp.
Japp.
Japp, japp. Bra.
Great shot by Oscar Eriksson. Gets them out of trouble. A blank on the board here in 6. Well, you need a big shot every once in a while to get yourself out of trouble. And they played that guard high, but it wasn't safe. The shot stone for Oscar Eriksson.
We talked about this skill set of this team already, but no better example. That thing's just flying, but the perfect angle call by the skipper to get them all to go and alleviate all the stress of end number 6.
The key shot is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels
Får vi
like
lägga en till så
Cashmere.
jag kan få in 2 där.
Oscar Eriksson. So the blank means that once again it's Team World Niklas Edin from Sweden. He has the lead, and once again he will have the last rock. He has the hammer, playing the Red Stones here in 7.
Kommer lägga en till så vi ska få plats med en till på den här. Kom igen. Niklas. Kom igen. Kör. Bra sop, grabbar. Ta det.
Bra sop. Take guard.
Känns det som att...
Dropping in on the game between Eve Muirhead and Erica Brown, with Muirhead out of Scotland leading 5-1.
Mine'll be good.
And again, Muirhead just has never given Brown a chance to generate anything. Just thrown every stone she can at her. And again, tough shot now for the reigning women's champion out of Madison, Wisconsin, Nicole Jorenstad. On the brush, you hear Allison Pottinger with the call, bang, and she'll stuff it. And it's one more, Muirhead, 6-1.
Sorry.
Muirhead on that opening day scored 2 in the 8th to come back and tie Rachel Homan as they split the point that day. Another update for you as Pat Simmons down by 4 has a chance here to make the double, get a deuce possibly. Just hasn't come together for this team in the last couple of weeks.
It's kind of a thick double with a ton of weight too for Pat to be able to kick it across at the right angle.
Nolan Thiessen on the left. Carter Rycroft on the right. Can hear the directional brushing now. Bang, roll it over and touch it far enough, and that'll be for the 2. Simmons, a little confidence boost as he gets the deuce, still down by a couple.
Go. Keep her going, keep her going.
Okay, Langer.
I like the order that Cooey threw these 2 center guards. He threw the long one first. You throw the tight one first. In this situation, you may see a lot of teams try and tick and roll open. You throw the high one. Most of the times they'll go around, and then you've got a chance to throw the tight one second.
Whoa, up minute. Okay. Den var borta.
Turn beside it. Yeah. We already split ours and open up the back one again. I think the outturn's better.
What do you like?
Outturn. Yeah. You guys said the force was good too, so.
Yeah.
This is fine. Lock it on.
Button, Brent.
Line's good. We can carve it right in on top of it.
Boys are still catching their breath from the last brush.
There.
Sure. Close. T-line.
Oh, yeah.
Wait only.
Line will get there.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. How heavy?
T-line.
Tom's trying to hold it.
Weight's perfect.
Gotta go line.
This is the swingier spot.
No. Jeez.
You're that good.
We're not good, Brent.
Jennifer Jones beside Lisa Weigel. Just a reminder, we'll be back with you tomorrow. Pardon me, make a note of the time. It's noon Eastern time. It's 1 half hour. 1 half hour. It's a half hour later. And it'll be Lisa Weigel, Nolan Thiessen representing Team North America against Sarah Reed and Hovard Van Pettersson. So it's a battle of the leads when we join you tomorrow a half hour later at noon Eastern time. Sometimes it comes out and you just know it's wrong.
We've been here for a lot of hours, Vickers.
It was less than 6 seconds hog to hog for that peel.
Go ahead if you want to.
Ask Kevin.
Want to call timeout? Okay. What are you thinking?
Well, we're just trying to get a force out of this now, I think, right? I mean,
Maybe. Just thinking if you're a hair high and you make it really good, your angle up top is actually pretty good.
You got to be pretty thin to bump into the nose mark.
Like you're almost.
But even if I bump it here and
really.
keep an angle on this, it's pretty good, isn't it? What else? What's the other option, I guess, is the question.
Guard.
Guard. What are we eventually?
Well, it opens up this.
He's got the 4-foot.
If he makes that, it opens up the draw.
Yeah, that double's hard to make, too. It's super thin.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever playing it. He doesn't.
Yeah, it's
need
always
to.
going to hit this.
What about playing it with just a little bit of weight and moving this?
Well, you can hit it right on the nose right now and sit 1, 3, 4.
Yeah,
you're gonna probably lose your
that's
4.
borderline. I don't think so. I mean, it's not easy.
I like tap freezing. I don't see anything else good.
I think so. He's blasting. He might.
I'd just rather waste one so they don't get 4 bombs at these. That's my only concern, Mark.
So you're thinking throw a center on this one?
I think that is the concern. If you
Isn't
can throw
it
a high
interesting?
one.
It's either that
Isn't
or
it
center
interesting?
guard and waste one.
Russ, as much as Edin has incorporated the soft game, his reputation is still the up weight, as they say, the blast shots, and they know they're in trouble because they're so good at it.
Oh, no question. We just
Like
saw
that? Does that look
Christian
like
come
Max?
down with a less than a 6-second peel attempt. Benny said it best, and I agree with Benny. I'd be throwing the guard here, but what he said I like. Don't let them have 4 more bombs at this thing, and that's exactly what's coming.
Weight's close. Whoa. Back 4, back 8. Whoa. Whoa.
Team Kui is extremely careful to get the right angles.
Gotta go. Hard.
No. Sit.
And they'll tap it back, and they will sit for the shot rock.
Yeah, that's the problem if it's not perfect and you've grouped everything and you got a big weight shot coming down the sheet.
Det är den här som kommer kvar, men det gör inte. Ja, den kommer stanna. Okej. Då kommer vi ha en varsin i bot. Kan du sticka slagstenen där så är det en bonus. Det är ändå ganska
Behind
tjockt
the
rätt som
Team
behövs
North
för att den här
America
ska
bench,
sticka.
right behind the away end at sheet A.
Har vi tur blir den också kvar.
Might with the speed these guys can throw, might even kick that one across.
Hårdare eller? Ja. Nära Chap. Ja. Marginal ut. Halva tunnaste laget. Men allt däremellan funkar nog.
Talk so much about these striking bands, and these stones are so lively. You add that to a 5.5-second peel, and it's hard to keep some rocks in play for North America.
Watch this now, bang, bang, and oh my goodness. Just an explosion. But it does leave the 1 Kui stone, top of the 12-foot.
That's why Ben wanted the guard. It made some sense. At least waste 1 more try.
I mean, they could run the guard back in, but if you leave it long enough, it's a little trickier than grouping them all in the house.
Just a little more. Yeah.
Might get a chance at a force out of it. They did leave one of Kui's stones in the rings.
Whoa. Whoa. No, not yet.
Clean. Whoa. Just clean.
Benny. Whoa.
It's fine. Clean.
Whoa. Yes, go.
Trying not to roll so they don't leave an easy double.
Du får testa eller vill du vicka först? Bara chappa kanske. Chappa där. Får en dubbel sen. Ja. Vickar vi dit. Sätter du den så är det okej också. Ja.
Rolling it over towards underneath is a pretty good call too, because if you roll it buried, Kevin plays the run back. Even if he makes it, then there's a double.
I think that's what they ended up going with.
So after throwing the bullet, now he pulls back the weight. A little more controlled for Oscar Eriksson. And that roll. And it will spin too far, sitting for second shot, back edge of the 12.
Just softened it a bit. We watched Eve Muirhead miss a complete wide open hit in that exact same spot by taking some weight off of it.
I guess so.
And now gives Cooey the chance to spread these stones out.
Yeah,
This
right
was your
there.
drop path. Let's keep our time
Close
going
to
here.
close to that line.
Okay. I'll give you that ice.
Bit of an unforced error there.
Om det inte är väldigt rimligt som en halvträff-ish, men en fjärdedel vågar jag inte gå på. Då kan man gissa. Han råkar få ett värd. Nej, nej. Alltså, vi torskar ju sällan matchen då.
Well, this is where I was.
Vi drar ju in och gör ner.
This is a little more.
Played those freezes to the back 12 in this area, so they know this spot quite well.
Same thing, positive.
Line good.
So split the rings.
To my broom. Keep it sliding.
Back 8 foot.
Keep it sliding.
That's where the brush has gone down from Mark Kennedy.
Guys, it has the curl or he's got the slash. Hard Brent. Hard Brent.
Paul Brent.
Come on, all the way
good.
over.
Get her back there.
All
Go.
the way over.
All about pushing the stone now. Brent Lang in the direction of the stone, and wonderful brush to drag it back that far.
Took it actually too far.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I think he's going to take the double on because of that. We talked about it before. You want roughly a half rock. That's what you'd love to have, and that's what he's got.
Känns tunnare härifrån.
That's a little higher. It's not there.
45 är nog bra. 45 är nog bra.
Just wait.
Halv går nog precis under som det känns.
Tough to run and hide really against a player like this, or a Kevin Cooey for that matter, but probably a foot and a half higher than. He's not going to play the thin double the other way.
Or a little more curl. I think they got caught. The curl really isn't until it gets to the center line, and maybe a touch much ice for that spot.
Ben brushed it the whole way too. That would keep it straighter.
Yeah.
So chance for 2 here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Edin in his first.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Grippa! Grippa!
Angle it back. Oh, and he jammed it, and it'll sit there, center line. Back 8.
Well, we can't leave him a shot for 2, right?
He's probably going to give us a steal of 1.
I mean, even if we steal, we're still not. I mean, if we go up.
So then this is your shot, isn't it?
Probably.
Because then he plays the, well, he draws for 1 or he plays the slash for 1. So this is your shot.
Yeah, he'll just draw.
This is your shot. Well, you want to force him, right?
Yeah, we have to. We can't.
Okay.
Can't afford.
Nope. Let's make sure we have enough time. Top 8, Kev.
Force is great here.
Just make sure it curls. Right here is perfect.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, just the positioning of that stone, right? Just not to
you
leave
wanna
him
go
anything.
Yeah, we just saw it. He actually left something there and didn't quite work.
Sure, he's going to try and slash and give us one.
He'll probably nose hit the other one. So.
Pretty close to the same weight, Kev.
Yep.
Looks like lots.
Yeah, it is.
Where?
So we can
I
see
just can't touch it.
Back 4.
Ebert and
Try and no,
Lang
it's
have backed
big.
right off now. They wanted a top 8.
Top 8.
Go, 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 go. Come on.
It looks fine, guys.
Easy, right here.
I got you.
Right here. Yep. Don't make it curl. Go. Yep.
Yeah, get it there. Get it there. Get it
Hard,
there.
hard, 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 hard. Hard. Good shot.
Wow.
Good shot, Kev.
That slide path breaking down a little bit, fudging up, do you think, Cheryl?
I think so, because they thought that was a lot hotter than it ended up being, and they talked about it picking, but I think it's just coming through the slide path that it weight comes down and it takes a funny turn.
Vi ska vinna den här matchen.
Nicholas kind of motioned that he was going to throw peel here, hit and roll out, give up the steal of 1 and Hammer coming home. That's what it looked like. Yeah, a lot of teams that would hit for 1 and sit to be 2 up. What would you do, Cheryl? It's a tough one, eh?
Final stone. Oh, bang. Look at that. Yellow. So 1 yellow it is. It's like he's looked like a skins game or something. We're tied at 3. He wanted the hammer.
Hur mycket behöver jag träffa? Hur mycket? Tjock halv, 60!
Tracked, because, yeah, I know, which is probably good.
Ja, det var hans då, men jag vet inte vad satt det där.
Den både jag och Oskar på släppan hookade. Sen drog de ut med strålsopor för att få kall hela vägen.
If you move it right to the red, you're sitting 2. And I don't think he has any type of slash.
Doesn't. I just can't afford to do that, right?
You almost just throw T-line with the freeze and let the sweepers move it a bit.
Det är så bra att de fick en touch.
Ja, det var det. Självklart att det var så minimal touch. Ja. Och det var det bara klart bara.
Which brings us now to this 8th and final end in a 3-3 tie after Niklas Edin elected to take the last rock, give up that one. He wants the hammer coming home. Looking to win the point available in this team game on a Friday night in Las Vegas. I mentioned like a skins game. Still stands out. It was several years ago that when Kevin Martin actually gave away money to have the last rock because the big money was to be won later. He thought he needed that last rock.
Well, it's also always personal preference. And when I teach a lot of strategy clinics, I'll say, what would you do? Would you do this or this? And whichever answer is right, because if that's what, if you want to do, if that's what you believe in, do it. But there would be an argument there because now Kui needs to steal to win. If Niklas had hit and stayed, Kui would have to get a 2 and then steal to win. It has to be tougher.
All right, trying the tick here.
Oh, 2 great tick shots.
Christopher Sundgren.
It's funny when you asked me that, I wouldn't have even thought of anything but hitting and sticking. So,
but to argue in Niklas's favor, look at the 2 ticks.
Right here.
He's got the bullets coming down. He's got a very good chance to win this game.
Where are you going? Tight over there.
One of those ticks is in the paint, though, for Kui.
Weight's close.
Mark,
there.
Where are you?
Dayton, it's real tight.
That's fine.
Top 12, Kev.
A little bit, Mark. Finish there anyways. Keep her going. Keep her going, never off.
Keep going.
Never off.
Keep going.
Checking in on the game between Thomas Olsrud and Pat Simmons after Simmons got the deuce in 6. Thomas Olsrud now with his final stone. Looks like he was facing a couple with this one. Olsrud out of Oslo, Norway. The Olympic silver medalist from Vancouver. The 14 world champion. And they get the inside roll, sit 1, and that will put them on top 7-4.
That's middle 12 for ice.
A little off center's okay.
trying going back to the center guard.
Just over. Higher the better.
Yeah. Sit. Oh, sit. Sit. Good throw, Brent.
Mark, how many time else do we got?
1/92.
Well, we have our first final, and it's Eve Muirhead who will pick up the win and a single point, make the final 6-2. So with that point, as Captain Andy Capp and Coach Paul Trills applaud, they have now, with that point, 1 point, yes. And they are tied now 8 apiece.
Yellow onto the side yellow. It's dangerous, so it could come back into play.
And off the cushion.
Once in a while, you'll see that a rocket come in, hit that yellow that's over at the 10 o'clock position, carry him back right to the 4-foot, and then it's a rock that Cooey can guard. To be a little careful trying to get that nibbler.
Kevin just keeps moving this rock around.
Probably interesting, eh?
Be Brent.
Could curl a hair, Brent.
Gonna curl lots, Brent.
Line's good.
Benny.
Easy,
Benny.
Brent.
How difficult is it, Russ, to find a spot?
Gotta
He's
be
moving
past
it
the
around,
center.
but when they
Past
throw
the
as much weight as they do, the Swedes,
Keep going, Brent. Keep
really
going.
takes all the curl out of it. So where are you going to put it?
Yeah, on a good surface, if you could find a straight spot or a little run in the ice, but that's not there. The ice is perfect, and to answer the question, there isn't one. You know, they could keep 3/4 bearing around these corner guards and slowly get tighter and tighter and tighter to the center line. That's what we used to do a lot. You leave it half open, hope to hit the top one, then go around it again. But yeah, it's at some point in time they're just going to draw for 2, and Niklas is probably going to try for the 4-foot.
This one and this one are heading towards the center line.
Boy, that was, Cheryl, pretty long-winded for just nothing. Right? He could have just
Because I did say nothing at the end, didn't I?
I kind of zoned out, actually, on that.
Yeah, my first thought is, I don't think
you need to go back to answering your own questions when you, like you were.
If he frees on 7/8, and he hits at the top, it might go easy, but this one's heading somewhere.
Yeah. And he's got, if he's here, maybe we get lucky in there.
Yep. Freeze on it somewhere, I think.
But yeah, this is best.
He's just going to draw the 4-foot.
You're trying to freeze so that when he hammers this, maybe this kicks in.
He probably doesn't hit it.
He's just going to draw the 4-foot.
Well, so what? He
Yeah, but then,
he's just going to peel it.
no, then if you're
Then
here
we
on my
can hit
first one, I can smash these and get everything
So
rolling.
you want to be
to
on
the middle.
3/4, 7/8?
Yeah.
Yep.
Even on that outside, where does it go? 1 inch on the other side.
Okay, Mark, let's make this good. Let's give this a chance.
Interesting play here.
Yeah, weight's real similar.
Kevin
weight.
went right to it. He loves it.
I need just a little bit less.
Mark wouldn't have thrown too many in
You
this
can get
spot.
this going down.
Corner guard.
Got a hair less. Weight's good.
Room.
Line looks close.
Line's close, guys.
We're heavy.
Hard then, Brent. Hard then, Brent.
Hard, Brent. Keep going. Line's not good. Keep going.
Okay.
Great weight.
Sorry, guys. Good sweep.
Didn't curl up enough.
It was max. I was trying to aim at the tight side of it.
Jag kan ju spela samma. Okej, ganska tjockt då.
Ja, halv.
Jag får ju aldrig... Ta en tredjedel kommer nästan.
Yeah, we only had the one deuce, and it came in the 4th, and then in 7, that awkward steal. But if you want the last rock, that's what he has. Niklas Edin will try to win it, and Kevin Cooey has brought his game up. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
I thought, Cheryl, they just hit the inside of this yellow, and then you make that simple double. Your shooter goes across maybe into that other yellow.
To try to get all the reds to kind of spring too.
Ja!
No, I see what he was up to. Sir, I did not see that. He was trying to tap that in for shot rock. And then he'd have the saver. It's always nice as a skip when you're tied and you're shot. You can peel it. The other guys don't have to stay.
Well, you got to be enough so that he can't throw the intern. If you're here, he just makes the intern peel. Probably here.
Okay.
Or you do this right now.
Det där eller att den råkar hamna bakom 10.
See what they like. I'm
Get one in
thinking.
there, don't you? And lie 2 or 3.
What do you guys like?
We're going to be
Just get one in there.
Just bury it.
They like going right in.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. It's a second last shot. Get one full 12-foot. Shrinks that scoring area a little bit.
It's good.
Lots of room.
Weight's good.
Lots of room.
Weight's there.
It's Brent.
Line's not bad.
Line's not good. Go, Brent. Go, 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 go.
Easy.
Go,
Go,
Brent.
go, 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 go,
Brent.
go, go. It has to be buried.
Come on, Brent. All the way back.
Come on, Langer. Whatever you got left, bud.
Come on,
Keep
Langer.
her
Come on,
going.
dude.
Keep her going.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good sweep.
Great sweep to get that back.
I popped that a bit.
A little bit.
Det blir hard. Bryter insidan.
Sweet.
They knew they needed it for curl, so per Brent Lang, he's been doing this all
Keep
day.
going, keep going, keep going.
And our second final results in another win for Team World as they pick up the win. And so with that win, they pick up the single point to take the lead.
Niklas could tap this out if he chose to. It's pretty well open. He could hammer it out of there if he wants, but this gives him a chance to kind of get feel for his last one if he has to throw it, and he will be shot rock, which might be the saving point.
Ganska mycket liv I sliden. Du behöver ligga halv åtta för att ligga
No
så.
line on this.
It's not light either.
No.
Ja, gå Klippa, gå. Få en takt på det. Kom igen, du får curl. Det blir bra. Kom igen. Okej så. Bra. Ja, väldigt mjukt satt. Ja, lite mer liv i den liksom. Ja.
Freeze on it. You're not far from 4 foot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that call, the freeze. They
You
talked
want
about
that much?
tapping
Like,
and
we got
rolling
nothing
away.
that's
Okay,
Make
you
them
put it
look
where
it.
you think.
Okay.
Is it actually at your button?
It's a little more than that.
So corner freeze?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it comes
I mean,
back
if
to what
we
you
make
said
this-
earlier, Russ. You wanted that last rock. Now you just may have to
Yeah, you
draw
don't even
the
need to be-
lid
Yes, exactly.
with it
Quite to it, right?
instead of being up by 2.
Right. I think Niklas might have been smarter to tap that right out, roll away somewhere. Now that Kevin's going to be really close to being in the 4 foot all of a sudden here.
So notice
Line only.
Here we go.
Kui's
Lots of room
eyes
again.
quickly look up, quick check of the clock, and he's okay. He got it away with about
Line's not bad.
40 seconds
Line's
Line
remaining.
is fine.
Line's good. It's still Brent.
We're bumping.
Okay, go Brent. Keep going.
Brent.
Keep going.
Down on the
Good
corner
stuff.
and
Good
sit there.
Good tip.
Little tap. Boy, he didn't even think about it.
No, because he didn't pump it far enough to sit and shoot.
Throwing
He
that good.
He's
didn't
got it.
freeze it, so he can just kick this on the inside, Shirley.
Yeah, he's got it all plus, so not a.
Ta tunt så. Jag ska ta 1 millimeter.
Kevin didn't quite get to the nose. The guard's not in the way, so anything on this side with big weight, it's going to clear miss that red one. He's a winner.
Final stone looking to pick up the win. A third on this Friday night, and away it goes. With the single, and it's a 4-3 win for Niklas Edin, and a sweep for the world in team games tonight. Remember this morning, if you're with us, it was Team North America that swept all the team games. So 3 points on this Friday night. They came in trailing by 1. Team World will leave tonight, the Orleans Arena leading by 2. Yeah, thumbs up to Team World. They win all 3.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice, and by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years.
So it's a sweep for the World tonight after a sweep by North America this morning in team matches, but a better day, 5-4, and so they'll take the 2-point lead into tomorrow. The World up 10-8 in that race to 30.5 of this year's Continental Cup. And yes, Elvis is leaving the building. As we remind you, tomorrow we will join you a half hour later at noon Eastern for mixed doubles. And it'll be all leads. We'll feature Lisa Weigel playing with Nolan Thiessen for Team North America on this Friday night in Las Vegas. Yeah, it was a tough day for the Team North America. They saw their lead slip away as World rises to the occasion. So we talk with you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. The Continental Cup is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.